All right. I am here with Kim Hayden. She is an award-winning veteran real estate agent, TV producer, and founder of the Resilient series. Hey, Kim.
Hey, Jennifer, how you doing?
Good. I am excited to talk about this Resilient series. Can you tell the audience a little bit more about it and why you kind of created it?
Oh, very cool. Resilient series. Basically, I'm looking for stories of resilience that we can actually help speakers, coaches, and entrepreneurs leverage their story to gain a larger market awareness.
Perfect for realtors.
Absolutely. Actually, the very first book we published was Resilient Women in Real Estate, and it went number one in 2 countries in 3 different categories. And it's great agents in it. But yeah, it's all about the power of story, understanding where your story lies within the 7 original plot lines, how it aligns with your spheres of influence, and how you're speaking to them. Right?
Well, and that's what we wanted to kind of like talk about today too, was like how to tell your story. And you already alluded to like why it matters, right? To not only, I mean, we do want it to be purposeful and gaining customers and stuff like that, but why it really matters. But can you just briefly give us some context? Because I feel like real estate agents as a whole, we're very resilient people, right? Like,
Absolutely.
we're constantly getting rejected and all this stuff. But what is your story?
My story is I didn't really want to go into real estate. I wanted to open a coffee shop, but my husband said the infamous words, "Why did you go into real estate? It looks easy."
Oh my God.
So, and then 4 years later, he joined me in real estate, and he found out it does not.
It's not.
Things are. It's like rear view mirrors. Things are larger than you see. Right.
We do make it look easy though, right? Especially like with the TV shows, and like we're always posting all the positive stuff. We're not posting like, "Yay, this client got their offer accepted," but not like we put in 87 offers. You know?
Exactly. The reality, we are, I think, year 28 in HGTV, and that has been the absolute destruction of I believe, of what real estate agents truly are.
Really, yeah.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, I love HGTV, and I apologize to anybody out there who right now is writing you going, "Oh my God, I love HGTV." But the reality is it's not what you see.
Right.
It's not what you see. And I believe that actually has eroded a lot of the kind of thought process for new agents coming in, because they're now stuck feeding Zillow $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 a month for leads. 10, and they don't know how to generate their own leads, because none of that work is shown on HGTV.
Right. Well, and that's part of why the story matters, right? So lead us into that. So like talk to us about how to tell your story, how we can use that instead of paying for leads. Cause I am right with you. Like paying for these leads is a terrible idea. And it's not like
it makes you dependent. It makes you dependent. Yeah. It really does. It makes you dependent.
We're wild animals and they're feeding us.
Exactly. Imagine this. There's 1.8 million licensed real estate agents, and how many different communities are in cities across? There's 360 cities that are over 250,000. And then, so when you look at that, if each of those agents started going and saying, "I'm going to service 2,000 people within my community," we would have like the most amazing civilization, because you'd have leadership. I myself, I love cooking. I love cooking. I
love eating. I wish I lived near you.
Oh, you can come up. When it's really, because you're Chicago, right? So when
I'm in Cincinnati, but it's
Cincinnati. Yeah. Okay. So you're in the Midwest. So when you're like literally melting in September, come up here. It's gorgeous here. But so why wouldn't I share that passion with my community. Kitchen's the heart of the home. So I had Kim's kitchen recipes that I would give every month to my serviced community. And
Nice.
hey, and I'd have crazy ones like my mom's orange marshmallow jello salad from 1968.
Yeah, but that
And
was good.
oh, it's good stuff. I mean, who knew that pineapple and cheddar cheese could go into orange marshmallow? It's so good. But it got people talking, and it got
Mhm.
people realizing that I cared about what was going on behind their door. And
Right.
it created that dialogue. And then that led to being more involved in the community, which then led to leads.
But I think we all hear
Leads.
about, okay, what you're talking about is like being authentic, right? And taking your everyday life and things that you naturally enjoy doing and pulling it into your business. And on a consistent level over a period of time, it grows the business, right? But really, like, how do you're at the, like, let's say the average listener is like at the point where they're like, okay, I have some things I like to do. Like maybe they like to volunteer and maybe they like to garden. Let's
Yep.
then take them through kind of like at least the beginning points of the process.
Okay,
Like,
so
how do we
everybody
incorporate?
should volunteer. Just so you know, less than 27% of North Americans are volunteering, and yet it's a great way to connect with people of like
Plus,
minds.
it
So
fills your
I,
soul.
it does. It fills your soul, but it's good all the way
Yeah.
around. So if you aren't volunteering, find something to volunteer in.
Do it.
Do it.
Yes.
So let's take horticulture.
Okay.
Horticulture. So let's take a look at a 12-month calendar around horticulture, right?
Okay.
So in a door hanger. So I'm a huge advocate of door hangers, not door knocking. I had, just so you know, over $580 million of real estate transactions have gone through these hands, and I have never cold called, door knocked. I have never purchased leads from Zillow. It literally has all been started with that seed of the door hanger. So
Wow.
horticultural. So I would actually, every month, I would have a tip, and I would share ideas or where the best deals are or things like that right on one side of my door hanger. And then
Okay.
on the other side, I would share with either somebody that has a local business and they want to put like maybe a coupon in there, or a buy one, get one, or maybe I want to do a coffee shop. Maybe
Mhm.
I want to do a once a month horticultural club in my own
That's
community
so fun.
to talk about how we navigate small balconies with big plants
Or
whatever it
whatever.
is.
Right.
Exactly. So it's really important at finding things that you can speak to, and you should have three. You should
Okay.
have three, right? So mine was always like cooking, volunteerism, and being a mom.
Okay.
Those were my three.
Those sound
And
great.
everything I cycled around. But here's, you know what the superpower of this is?
Hmm.
By selling through story, guess what? You attract other people who value your story. So they're not absolute creeps.
Well, those are the best customers.
Those are the best. Those are the best. I just went to a baby shower this weekend. Best baby shower, by the way, because they had wine, but it was a great baby shower.
Yeah.
And it all came from the opportunities that have been aligned through being in real estate and being very clear as to who I am.
Yeah, I like that. So how did you share your story with, like, how did you do the story coupled with the door hangers? Like, how did it all come together to grow this business?
So for me, each month I would have a different recipe on one side of my door hanger. And then I would go around to my local businesses because I was in a new build community, just building up.
Okay.
And I would say to the coffee shop, do you want to do a buy one, get one? Do you have anything that you want to promote? Anything like that? What can I give them free of charge? So I'm giving them a recipe.
Yes.
I'm giving this because, quite frankly, call me for your free home evaluation. Give me a break. That line is 40 years old.
Yeah, it's tired.
Done. It's done. And by the way, Zillow gives it to them for free too.
Right.
So come up with something better, right? So by bringing all these different in, or hey, come visit me. I'm going to be volunteering at the community association, handing out candy for the kids' Halloween party.
Right.
So there's these types of things. And it was always, I am so proud to support my Southeast communities, your local specialists.
Yes.
Okay. People like specialists.
They do. Yes.
They like people who,
and I think that we see hear a lot of things about there's riches in the niches, right? So if you're the specialist of that area and you're giving information demonstrating your specialty, they're going to think like, oh, okay. And they see a sign.
Absolutely.
As your name, I'd be like, oh, that's where she sells.
Absolutely. And you become synonymous with them. The time to convert somebody into using your services is not when they're thinking of it today, like they want to list today.
Okay.
It's when they're thinking of it all the time. You need to
Yes.
be top of mind. Right.
Yes.
And
Yes.
here's the really cool thing. We all need social media. This is where the world's at. I am not saying don't go digital. You need digital too.
Yep. Yep.
But I'm telling you, I have gone around and handed out those door hangers, and I have seen the coolest wreaths on doors, and I'll take a picture of the door. Oh, I love this. What do you think of this color?
Right.
This now becomes part of your journey, and it also documents you as being an expert within that space. Now, if you want to be, let's say you're in the luxury market, you want to only be in the luxury market, well, then you need to find your space within that luxury market. The reality is there's lots of opportunities. So if you go to luxury markets that are on water, you need to be aligned with the people who service the watercrafts. You need to be aligned with the people who have the restaurants within that space.
Right. Like, where do those people go? What are they doing? Like your message
has to be aligned. I'm going to be very transparent. I am bread and butter. I am bread and butter. I am middle America. I am those young families. That is me through and through. I never transitioned into the luxury market because I don't know one name brand from another. I'm going to be very, very clear on this. You could show me a Versace bag and a bag from Target. And I honestly, I know. However, I do know a good hairdresser from a bad hairdresser.
Okay.
I do have my priorities in there. Right. And I do like, there are certain brands I prefer over other brands, but when it comes to true luxury brands, I'm not an expert, and that's not something that speaks to my soul. Good food, women who are raising responsible children, people who are volunteering at schools. These are things that speak to my soul.
Yeah.
But just because they speak to my soul does not mean I'm not making $1 million.
Yeah, I like this because it feels like it sounds so easy, right? And yet people aren't really meshing the two.
It's so easy. What are the 3 things that every real estate agent wants to know better about? Leads, consistency, and social media.
Right.
Believe it or not, those door hangers, if you consistently do them every month to the same 500 doors, you'll create your own valuable social media and you'll have leads. Boom. I promise. This is not rocket science.
Kim. No, just kidding.
Science. This is like so low tech. It's like no tech. But yeah,
you can always like layer on top of it. Like you're saying, like you can always like plus your social media. You can always like have like you said, the gardening or whatever your 3 are, right?
I always volunteered. Every month I did a signature event twice a year, right? That signature event also got me onto the news many times.
Look at you,
and
girl.
I also got like civic awards. Believe it or not, this is bigger. This is becoming truly.
Well, and you're a TV producer too. What's that? Tell us about that real quick.
Okay, well, that happened because of a real estate commercial. I am telling you, this is how it goes down. So I'm doing a commercial because I got to move into social media, right?
Yeah.
So we filmed me making these recipes that I've been giving out for years.
Yeah.
And so why Kim's Kitchen? Because kitchen's the heart of the home, and I sell homes.
Yes. I love
That's my tagline. So we did this commercial I put up in the local theater.
Okay.
Remember, there's more than just Facebook and Instagram to market yourself. The local theater is awesome. If you've got a really fun, kitschy message, who goes there?
Everyone.
Families, everyone, people who have money to spend, right? So local theater. So I headed up there and I had somebody contact me and they said, "Oh, we love this. We saw you there. We'd love to do a TV show with you." And I'm going, okay. And they go, "You're just unique enough." And it's like, you know what, dude? I know what unique means.
Is that an insult? I know.
Kimberly Joe, you're unique. So I was called unique my entire life. But
you're just unique enough. I love it.
So I that's how I ended up 5 years on broadcast television with Kim's Kitchen. And it was about home. It's about the home, right?
Yeah.
And so that was a lot of fun. And then
so it all feeds into each other. And because you're focusing on the things that you're either doing anyway and that you love doing,
Yep.
it's like more fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And then we did a Homes and Lifestyles Canada where we featured homes with other real estate agents.
That's
That
so
was very
fun.
cool.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. And there's so many opportunities out there to do this, but you have to kind of be the star of your own show.
Right.
You have to know your spheres of
Right.
opportunity. So,
Mhm.
your past school, your faith, your,
Whatever it
social,
is. Yeah.
everything, right?
Mhm.
And really take time because each sphere deserves a unique message for them, but that message has to come back into your story.
There's like so many nuggets here. I'm trying to like get it narrowed down because there's so much goodness here. So I like how you you narrowed it down. It's like, okay, what are you? Give me three things that you as the agent are passionate about that you're doing anyway that you enjoy doing. Now let's tie that into where do you live or where's your community? Where do you do a lot of business in? Grab your 500 doors, consistently do door knockers through there about the things that you're doing. And now plus it with social media, events, and how long, am I right? Is
Yeah,
that the okay?
you're bang on.
So how long do you think a return can be expected from this? Or like if I'm saying, okay, what's my budget for door knockers? What's my budget for events? And how long should I budget for?
So if you sit down each month through Vistaprint, 500 door hangers is an average of $150 delivered dual color. You can actually design them up right on Canva. Canva is $20 a month. A signature event, you can cross market and cross pollinate in
Yeah.
with your title companies,
Lender,
everything. You just
anybody.
get ahead of it. So a signature event shouldn't cost you more than $1,000. So you're really not looking at a lot of
You're not looking at a
money.
lot.
You're looking at time. And when I started this, I was a new agent. So I had more time than money, right? And then when I got to that million mark, I hired people to deliver my door hangers and I hired people to design everything or to
But if
run
you
my
wanted to
events.
door knock while hanging the door hangers, you could do that.
You know what's funny is it actually organically comes to you.
Okay.
What happened is I would do these and what would happen is that people would be waiting by the door because they know I'd always be by it at a certain time, certain day.
Yeah.
And it got to the point where they go, I saw that recipe last month and I'm going to try that out. Can you give me some insight, like exactly how?
That's hilarious.
And like people started, I became the milkman. Like they met me at the door. And,
they left their quarter like on the.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I didn't have to shove my agenda down their throat. I was welcome.
It was organic, but that's part of the authenticity of it, right? And the consistency of it. So I know for like most geo farming, like when we talk to people that do it, they say just do it consistency for like 2 years, you'll absolutely have a return. And then from there on, but if you're picking, does that sound about right?
Yes, absolutely. Actually, it took me less than that, but I was in a new build area. And with
so
the housing,
you're not going to have a turnover.
Yeah. So you're looking at, when you go look, you have to first find out. So you can get all your information from your city census. You can find out what the average time people are sitting in those homes.
Yes.
So when I started in Calgary, it was 36 months. So what I looked for was my original 500 homes had been there for 36 months. So I knew that they were going to be getting ready to move. Right.
Okay. Wow.
So,
and that's not very long.
That was Calgary at that time. It was 36 months. I think if you look at it, you'll find a lot of upwardly mobile communities are 24 to 36 months.
You could find the data, right?
Yeah. Find the data so you know it'd be very intentional about your time.
Yeah.
And I found actually my first year out, I did 12 transactions. I knew nobody. I had no sphere of school friends. I was new to the community. Heck, I'm from Kansas and in Canada, right?
But your Canada showed a little bit in this conversation.
So, it's, I didn't have anything to fall back on. So I had to make.
So hashtag no excuses for anyone.
Yeah. Nobody's going to come and save you.
But what you did was you consistently you can talk to people, you consistently generated leads, and like freaking magic, it worked.
Yep. I shopped at my own grocery store. I wasn't afraid to be in the space of which I serviced.
Yeah.
Now, I will be very transparent. There are 2 rules of thought on that. Some people are like, don't work in your own backyard because, it gets that separation. It just depends on who you are as a person.
Right. I think most people, right. So I think that if you look and you source, like, let's say you've been in business for a handful of years. And I think if you take over a couple of years and you source, like, where are these deals? Like, what part of town, what neighborhood, whatever. And if there's going to be one that's like probably overarching the others. And if you check, like, how often are people moving? What's the attrition rate there? I think your time frame will substantially drop from that 24 months. But
yeah,
do you agree? Okay.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but if you plan on 24 months, holy shit, it's like, I can't even imagine.
And I had somebody, so I was talking about signature events. So I layer in a signature event into this whole process. So now it's visibility. And so the signature event I did every year, and I'm right now working on it right now, is our community garage sale. Yeah. So
garage sales are terrible to plan, Kim.
Oh, they're super easy to plan. They're so easy.
This is the fight club, so we have to fight about something.
No, garage sales are super easy. I actually even have a whole download for 9 weeks out, each week what you do.
Oh, right? Man, you are organized.
Offload all the costs onto your partners.
Yep.
Everything. So I use a program called Conversion, KB Core. So on the backside, you can actually, all I do is I hijack my banner. And on the banner is all the information. I just make my banner in Canva. It goes on the top of my website, and it points to where that they can sign up. So it's all done digitally.
That's so
good.
And
then we put their address goes over into an app called Yard Sale Treasure Maps, which is North America wide. So if you do want to go garage selling or yard selling, it is one of the best apps out there. Okay. So then that goes in there, but we give the signs and the stakes and all the information for free in exchange for food. For the food bank. Nice. Because they come out of the holidays, right? So this is now a time of year where they're really needing service. So everything we've raised over 30,000 pounds just through the garage sale over the last 20 years, through this exchange. And it costs me very little, but every year, how much would you pay to have 100 homeowners, names, and addresses on your list every year?
Exactly. A lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it. You make it very simple. And
they go on a different email list, right? You're not bombarding them every month about real estate. You are gifting them. So give, receive. You are gifting them maybe an interview with the local coffee shop owner. Why do they have a coffee shop? Maybe you're taking some pictures of some new garden beds that are going in. Maybe you're just taking pictures of when you're delivering and you're going vote on the best wreath, right? So whatever. There's so many cute ideas. And these are things that you can gift and create communication with your community versus call me for your free home evaluation. Call me for your free home evaluation. Nobody gives a crap about your free home evaluation.
Exactly.
If I want a free home evaluation, I'm going to go on Zillow and I'm just going to
Google. Like put it online. Right.
But if I really want to learn from somebody who's a specialist, who knows my neighborhood better than anybody else, who's going to give me the real insight, maybe in your newsletter, you invite them to come by your open house. By the way, I'll be doing an open house. And just because the market's moving does not mean you should not be doing open houses.
It's still a great way to meet people and talk
Absolutely. It is such a good way and treat it like an event. I call it a 5-day open house, right? You schedule your open house on Wednesday. So it can go into all of your social. So in the program I use, Conversion, you can actually put it in and they'll actually flag it. You can by Friday, you can flag it in all of your board product, right? So now you're out there as an open house. You offer cookies and lemonade or whatever you want. Here in Canada, it's snowing today. So cookies and coffee is always the standard.
It's always snowing in Canada. Do you guys ever have it not snowing?
Yeah. The days that we want snow. Think about, so for your open houses, Cheater's way of doing cookies, first of all, make the house smell good, and it keeps people in the kitchen. Kitchen's the heart of the home. If you can sell a woman on the emotional connection to the house, then you can get the man to justify it.
Yep.
Emotions buy, logic justifies. Come on, people. Come on. These are old principles. So you get them in there. Here's the coolest way to do cookies. You either go to Costco, which you can buy the box of the chocolate chip ones already done, frozen dough.
Yeah.
Or call the schools and find out who's selling frozen cookie dough and become the hero.
Nice.
I'd like to buy 6 buckets. Now it's totally tax deductible multiple times over. And you're a hero to some kid, right?
They won a prize or whatever, a trip.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So
That's awesome.
Really everything you do should have multiple plays. Can I feed this into my social media? Can I put this on a door hanger? Is this going to be seen as a supporter of the community, a hero of the community? Remember, 7 original storylines. We are programmed by 7 original story plots. This goes back to Shakespeare Day.
Okay.
So conquering the monster, right? So what is the monster? It's people's fear that they're going to make a bad move. On choosing a real estate agent. Conquer the monster by giving them the inside peek as to how awesome you are. Right? Okay. The rags to riches. I'm just like you, but I sell a ton of houses.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We've got the triumph or the comedy and the tragedy. Have fun.
Yes.
Have fun. People need to have more fun in this world. And the tragedy is the people who didn't use your services, right?
Right.
You have the rebirth. I chose real estate because my goal is to be of service, and real estate allows me to be of service. You know, there's all these. So really understanding how to create the story that people are already programmed to engage with.
Yes. I like it. It's just, oh my gosh, there's a lot, a lot. But we have just scratched the surface here. Like, I know we could go on for probably days. You think days, months, years?
What I would love to do?
What?
Is I would love to get a couple of us gals and do a real estate conference for women and do a boot camp.
Yes.
Like do a 48-hour boot camp. And that way in that 48 hours, they have all 12 months of their newsletter.
Everything planned.
Everything planned. Yep. I know that in my program, 500-doors.com, our goal is to put in some ideas around those monthly door hangers and some language to help you, because I think that's the biggest challenge. People go, well, I don't know what to say.
I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. Right. But if you're all talking and masterminding, just like, it'll be good.
So like this is a mastermind.
It is. So if people want to get a hold of you, they want to, learn more about this 500 doors program you have. What is the best way? Where should we go?
Well, you can go 500-doors.com.
Okay.
Or you could email me at hello@resilientseries.com. I'm easy to find. I do have a program. It's got 13 different modules. It takes you literally through the five-day, like how to maximize your open house. Nice. Do not just put a sign in the lawn and waste 2 hours of your time. Do it the right way. And remember the people that come through. I have had so many deals happen because of open houses, and I've gotten so many listings. Everything I do is geared to get you to the listing side. Don't get me wrong. I love buyers. But I'm a really crappy driver, so nobody wants to ride in my car with me. So it's a logistics nightmare. So I'm just better sitting my butt in a house, right? But yeah, so 500-doors.com. There's also on there a free membership for our resilient women. So it's nice. Treating women like founders, entrepreneurs, and speakers, because believe it or not, ladies, you are a business, you are a brand, and that's what you are. You're a speaker. You speak to people all the time. You are an entrepreneur, and you are founding your own brand.
Yep. That's it. Kim, always a pleasure. You're amazing. And you're just unique enough. That's going to be like my saying for the day. I love it. I appreciate you being on. So 500-doors.com, or what was your email?
hello@resilientseries.com.
Awesome. Thank you, Kim.
All righty. Thank you, Jennifer.